Of all the relics of British television history, few hold the same nostalgic, gut-busting, heartwarming power as the treasures from Nelson Mandela House: the grubby sheepskin coat, the clapped-out canary yellow Reliant Regal, and of course, the very heart of the Trotter living room, Del Boy's infamous cocktail bar. It wasn't just a piece of furniture, it was a silent witness to every dodgy deal, every heartbroken monologue, and every cry of "you plonker." Now that legendary piece of television gold has found a new home, and the story of how it got there is as incredible as one of Del's own tall tales. Imagine the scene: a respectable auction house, Fielding's Auctioneers in Stourbridge. The air hums with the quiet anticipation of collectors and enthusiasts. Up for grabs is the padded cream bar, a kitsch masterpiece of Italian design by Mascagni Mobili. It's the very same one that sat pride of place in the Trotter's Peckham flat, the stage for Del's attempts at sophisticated cocktails, often ending in something fluorescent and vaguely flammable. The auctioneer, none other than Antiques Roadshow star Will Farmer, casts a seasoned eye over the lot. It's a fantastic piece of memorabilia, no doubt. The guide price? A sensible, perhaps even modest, £500 to £600. It seems like a fair estimate for a beloved TV prop. But this isn't just any prop. This is a piece of our collective childhoods. This is the bar where Del Boy leaned, dreaming of becoming a millionaire. This is where Rodney cringed in adolescent shame, and where Grandad or Uncle Albert would quietly observe the chaos. This bar is soaked in the DNA of Only Fools and Horses, and the British public hadn't forgotten it. What happened next was nothing short of electric. The bidding opened, and the initial £500 estimate wasn't just passed, it was left in the dust in a matter of seconds. Around 200 bidders, a veritable army of fans from across the country, were locked in a frantic battle. The numbers on the screen began to blur, climbing with breathtaking speed. £1,000, £5,000. The room was buzzing. When the bid smashed through the £10,000 barrier, a wave of shock and awe rippled through the auction house. This was no longer just an auction, it was a testament to the enduring love for a timeless sitcom. Will Farmer, a man who has seen his fair share of incredible finds, could only watch stunned. When it hit £10,000, we were shocked, he admitted later, the disbelief still evident in his voice. The price kept climbing, fueled by the passion of two determined bidders who simply would not back down. The digital numbers surged upwards: £15,000, £20,000, until finally, the gavel came down with a resounding crack. The final sale price was a jaw-dropping £22,720. That's nearly 45 times its original estimate. It was, in a word, incredible. With a charming dose of self-deprecation, Farmer joked that he would be living down his initial valuation for years to come, admitting he felt a bit of a plonker for so dramatically underestimating the item's pull. It's a sentiment Del Boy himself would have appreciated. But it only takes two people determined to get something they want, and this result is absolutely incredible, he said. The vendor can't believe it. And what of the new owner, the person who secured this slice of Peckham royalty? He was described as a lifelong Only Fools and Horses fan from Oxford. This wasn't an investment for him, it was a passion project. The moment he saw the news about the bar, he knew he had to have it. In his own wonderfully simple and determined words, he said, "I'm having that." There was no hesitation, no buyer's remorse. He settled the bill almost immediately, his excitement palpable. For me, we are of course thrilled. The vendor is thrilled. The buyer is thrilled, and he's already paid for it and collecting it tomorrow, Farmer shared. He's dropping the kids off tomorrow and driving up from Oxford. He's absolutely off the scale delighted. He's a brilliant guy, the new owner. They're absolutely thrilled. You can just picture the scene. A fan, overjoyed, making a pilgrimage to collect a piece of his personal history, a tangible link to a show that likely filled his home with laughter for decades. What makes this meter-high vinyl-padded bar so special is its impeccable story. This wasn't a replica or a copy. This was the real deal. It came with a history as solid as one of Boise's used cars. Rachel Holland, a specialist at the auction house, confirmed its flawless provenance. The vendor's father, an actor and producer himself, acquired it directly from the show's prop coordinator, back in January 1992. Accompanying the lot was a small, unassuming piece of paper that made it priceless, a handwritten receipt from the time. In simple script, it read, "Bar used on set of Only Fools and Horses, sold J. Williams 19.192, SP Haberfield." That humble note is a direct portal back to the show's heyday, a physical,